Good morning. Welcome to Mornings with Megs. 1,000 apologies for the delay. It has been a morning, and I'm like 99% that my audio is actually working. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyway, it's fine. We make it work. It is all good. Okay, so as promised, I have like a special little thing for you guys this morning. So mum is going to be coming on here. Hopefully it will work for her. Mum's going to be coming on here this morning and talking all about, because we're setting goals today, and we're going to walk through what that all looks like. And I guess she's going to help keep me accountable. She's very, very good at that. In the best way possible, as mums always are. So yeah, we're going to be doing that together this morning because, like I said, I don't want it to be like I am just saying this stuff and kind of not following through. And it's not that I'm not following through. It's purely just the fact that I am getting excited about things and then talking about things and then doing all the things. And then I get excited and then I like change my mind and then, it's a whole thing. So she's going to keep me accountable. And I have two things this morning, which I'm going to put on the to achieve list or the to-do list. And I'm really excited for that. So obviously I'm in a different setup today. Welcome to the Gold Coast. I am up here for racing this weekend. So actually, no, it's not for this weekend. It's for next weekend, but I have a meeting today. So basically I am staying with one of my drivers who I will call my friend because, as much as he doesn't want to admit, I'm sure we're friends. I've considered him a friend anyway. So, so we're going, so it'll be for the next little bit because I also then go to Townsville on Wednesday, set up and, tested all of the things yesterday. And then for whatever reason, it just didn't want to work this morning. So that's okay. We'll make it work. Bye. Okay. I'm glad you guys loved the episode yesterday. I thought it was really interesting to talk about car buying because it's something that we all have to do. Okay. It's just not always like we're not always prepared to do it. And like I sort of alluded to, I've got my dad who does all of the things for me and, he helps with doing all of that stuff for me. But yeah, if you don't have that or you are, doing this single girl style on your own, then, it is some great tips that he gave everybody. So I'm glad we loved that. Now, I had one topic to talk about before mum jumps on this morning. So, and because, I'm running so late, I'm just going to get my notes up about what we were talking about yesterday. Now, I had so many more examples of different people doing different things that really showed me that we are in like a loneliness pandemic. And then I had a bunch of people actually like reach out to me and I even had comments on the video, like, cause I post a little snippet of all of the episodes and stuff. I was like, this is absolutely true. So it's really sad. It's really, really sad. And I hope that if you are feeling that way, to reach out to people that can make you feel better or to kind of just be, it's really hard to help people that we don't know need our love and our support and all of the things. So, and it's often I find the people that are just always fine, you've got these people in your life who just like, they seem like they've got their shit together. They're doing all the things, right? I kind of feel like a little bit like that person sometimes. Like I kind of seem to have my shit together. People tell me that I look like I've got my shit together. Not this morning. I'll give you the backstory. It's like why I'm so late, besides the freaking tech difficulties that I literally nearly threw this sound system out of this balcony here. So like I said, I'm staying with one of my drivers and he is a typical 21-year-old boy. And so I was like, all right, we've got to be, because it's like 7:00 here, because obviously Adelaide time it's 6:30 to 7:30, but Queensland time it's 7 to 8. So I was like, I've got to be on by 7. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, do you need me to appear? I was like, not really. I don't need you to appear. Thank you so much. And then we were standing there arguing in the kitchen on the way down here. And Yeah, he has this new housemate, and the house I've like the house itself is like a typical 21-year-old boy house, but his new housemate's room, I was like, "Oh my God, his bed is made gorgeously." He has the most beautiful space, and I was like, "This is just stunning, absolutely stunning." So I am so excited to be here for this weekend. I am going to take this opportunity to chill. I'm going to ground in the sand. I actually have, and I don't normally, but I've actually got a car this time as well. So I'm going to be taking myself to the beach and just doing all of the things to kind of like stabilize my nervous system as we head into, what's going to be a real hectic like next weekend and beyond. So I'm going to be on the road for a little while. So I've got a Townsville next weekend, and then I'll be back here, and then I've got Sydney the week after Townsville, and then 2 weeks after that I've got Perth. So it's sort of like, do I go home and then go to Perth, or what do I do? So it's it's a really interesting living out of a suitcase situation that I'm like just not super used to, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm making it all work. And I love being here. Like the Gold Coast is just like outside of Bali, just one of my favorite places in the world to be. So I'm excited to be here, and I'm really excited to there's always opportunities that come up, and there are things happening in the background at the minute that are just very exciting. And I'm just trying to kind of like, regulate myself and, just be ready and open and excited to experience whatever it is that this trip means for me. I miss my cats dearly already. And I guess they're kind of like my safe zone as well, because like, you know, sitting in my sitting in my room in my bed, and I'm all cuddled up, and they're either laying on top of me or next to me or whatever. Yeah, it's sort of like my safe space, but as I talked about, it's you never grow from that space, and I'm all about growing and doing better, and the next version of myself and all of the things. So I am really excited to see what is in store for me in the coming weeks as I kind of go out there and explore. So actually, like, that's just made me remember too. I just had a dream about Louis last night, so that makes me really sad. My baby boy, God, I miss him. Okay, let's move on, because otherwise I'm just going to get very, very sad. Alrighty. Now, I touched on loud budgeting yesterday, so I'm excited to dive into that concept, because I really want to be smarter with my money. And I've talked about as well spending from a place of like, this is an investment in either my health or my wealth or my whatever. And I've actually got a financial advisor coming on next week. I think she's coming on Monday. So she'll be for the Tuesday's episode, and she's going to tell us about self-made worth effectively. So she is going to talk to us about creating wealth and investing and our super and all the things. And this one is absolutely for the girls. So I'm excited to have her come on. It's going to be awesome, because, I feel like this is something that we really need to be educated on. So it's a really like, I don't know, I feel like this has sort of become, which I'm here for, because I feel like the season of my life that I'm in is all about my value, energetically and financially as well, as I transition through this time in my life. Yeah, it's really interesting. Anyway, so allowed budgeting is openly announcing your limits instead of overspending to keep up. So I'm not coming to dinner, I'm saving for whatever. 42% of Gen Z are now doing it. So if you think about it, I don't know if I'd ever said that sentence out loud, that I'm not going to do something because it's kind of like not aligned with me financially right now. Like, that is really powerful. And I love that. So I talked about yesterday or the day before, all the days are merging into one, about people looking rich versus like actually being rich. Okay. And our definition of what rich actually is these days, very, very different. So, you know, obviously previously it was the car we drove, the house we had, the clothes we wore, the whatever is kind of like defines whether you are quote unquote rich or not. So I love that this is coming about now, that we're choosing what we spend on more wisely, because I really feel like this is going to be the best thing for the next generation, to not have to but that's where they're saying keeping up with the Joneses came from. Like, we're forever trying to keep up with the trends, the whatever. Now, as somebody who has never subscribed to fashion trends, like I literally, for someone who can't pack, right? I'm gonna out myself here. I just forgot I had that tattoo and I looked at myself and was like, what the hell is that? so, so this is actually the driver that I'm staying with at the moment. There's a whole backstory to this tattoo. I'll explain one day, I'm sure. Anyway, as I was saying. So, oh my God, I completely lost my bloody train of thought now because I was like, sorry, I was like, what the shit is on my arm? It's new if you can't tell. Blah, blah. I've completely lost my point and my train of thought. No, it's gone. Okay. We're killing it this morning, but we're rolling with it. It's absolutely fine. So now we're moving into a direct rejection of quiet luxury. So we're swapping the flex of looking rich for being honest and in control. So I guess like if you, and I'm trying to think in my 20s, like if I was like quiet luxury is the vibe, but swapping the flex of looking rich for just like being honest and absolutely in control, I would have made a lot of different decisions in my life because I think I liked the idea of being wealthy. And I've always had quite high paying jobs for my age. And I think I like in this for two things. I love to succeed. I'm a chronic overachiever and I love actually working hard and, you know, moving up the ladder and doing all the things. I was such a corporate climber for so many years. And I would always chase that next pay rise, the next role, the next whatever. So, which has served me so well. Okay. I wouldn't have a business if I wasn't the way that I was wired. And I'm excited to kind of unwire that part of my brain too, because it's a lot to keep up with, to maintain, to all of the things. And I love that we are doing things like saying under consumption, like we're buying less, we're using what we own, and we're opting off of the treadmill. I've never been in a fashion. I think this is where I was going before. I have never been a fashion gal at all. Like I wear the same things for the most part. And I think this is exactly where I was going before, is that like for somebody who can't pack, because I'm like, oh my God, what if? And I pack an outfit that I've never freaking worn. Let me tell you, actually, I didn't even give everybody the update. I was like, when I got here last night, I said to Ayrton, I was like, one of the first things I said to him, I was like, guess what my bag weighed? He doesn't care. I was like, guys, 25.7 kilos for an like indefinite amount of time. 25.7. Like, I was like, bro, I literally came with the same suitcase to Darwin 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, for no, was I? I flew in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. And it was like, I don't know, friggin', I can't remember. It was considerably more than that. And I was just like, so I think that even what I'm saying and putting out to the world is like coming back at me because I packed 25.7 kilos for an indefinite amount of time. Very, very proud of myself. Anyway, where I was going with all this was I know the clothes that I wear day in and day out. And yes, I probably put a few other bits and pieces in there. But again, I'm going to like kind of defend that position because I am going into like a few different temperature zones. So, you know, I may need a few different things. And yeah, so I really feel like if you say that it's not in your budget or it's not kind of like in your finances right now, or, you know, I don't want to say that because I want this to be like the sentences we kind of put out there to be really uplifting and really like, wow, like people are really wowed by your honesty and it gives them permission to do the same thing because it literally just takes one person. So if you're that person in people's lives where you're like, you know what, it's just not, it's like, and I'm going to come up with the term, like it's not in alignment or it's like not, yeah, it's not something. It's not, it doesn't have that like juicy money feeling. Okay. I've kind of landed on Juicy July, just FYI. Don't know how, I'm not sure. Juicy July. No, I'm doing this. I've been watching too much Freaking Love Island. That's why I'm doing this. But Juicy July. So any money we spend in July is like juicy. Like it is what I truly believe is an investment into either my future self or my current self, but at a higher, like an elevated thing. Let me give you an example. So yesterday, obviously Ayrton is on quite a strict kind of eating regime and I know his trainer. I'm terrified of his freaking, like his trainer scares the shit out of me. Like I love to see him being tortured because I just think it's hilarious because he will talk to me any chance he gets. Like when I tell you, I went to one of his training sessions and I actually felt so bad for him. I was just like, oh my God. Like I know it's what he needs to do because I've seen him sit in a very hot car in Darwin. But I'm like, oh my God, like I'm sorry, like I feel so bad for you. And like I actually wanted, oh my God, like stop, you hurting him. So I was like, I feel like a bit of a sweet treat. Like what? And he's obsessed with tiramisu. He's like, if you like find a tiramisu, get me a tiramisu. So all right, cool. I was like, oh, there's no tiramisu's around, and I was like, I don't want to leave. I'm like Uber Eatsing this for sure. And there's this new dessert place in Hope Island. It was like he got the brownie one, I got the waffle one. I was like cookie dough. I was ice cream. It was delicious. Don't get me wrong. Like it was unbelievable. Like, Yeah, I'm paying for it severely this morning because my stomach is so mad at me because I ate that. Two, he was like on the treadmill till like whatever o'clock last night because he's like, I need to walk this off. Like, this is a terrible idea. Why did you do this? And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm such a bad influence. Like, ew. So, and also I was like, can we please not tell Luke about this? Because like, I'm actually scared that he's going to rock up here and be like, if you don't want him to eat like an athlete, then you can train like an athlete and see how he goes in a car. And like 0 out of 10, like there is zero, like, yeah, terrified. Terrified. So I hope he actually doesn't listen to this either because I'm just outing myself too. So, Juicy July, when we're spending money on things that we believe in, things that we know are going to get us to our next level, things that feel really good to spend money on. And then we're not just spending, we're investing. Okay. Any money coach you speak to or listen to will kind of talk about it as like a reciprocal cycle, whereas like we're investing money, money's coming back to us. Like what we spend comes back and it comes back in the best way. And we're always like cycling through money. So I feel like if it doesn't feel like that, we're not doing it. And yeah, I'm excited to sit in the energy of this because yeah, I think after last night when I was just like, God, like I'm actually responsible for this kid's like future. I'm sitting eating desserts at night time. And I've heard this story. But anyway, hi mum, good morning. I was just talking about our dessert escapades last night.
You bad influence. You bad influence.
Actually the worst. So where it started, I was coming from was what I'm calling Juicy July, because this is one of my things. So you can get on board with this. Okay. So yeah, we got sweet treats last night because he really wanted tiramisu and I wasn't going out to get him tiramisu. So I was like, what can we do on Uber Eats? And then anyway, so I got like a waffle today. He got like a brownie and then he was on the treadmill till like whatever time last night. He's like, I literally can't. Like I need to get this out of my body. So I was like, okay, well, I'm the worst influence in the world. So not only did I spend money that I didn't want to spend on something that wasn't going to make me feel good, I'm also the worst influence. And I truly hope that Lucas trainer never ever hears this or I never get out of it because he terrifies me. Like I'm so scared of him. And like I was saying, watching Ayrton get tortured is one of my favorite things. It's like so fun. But like that day, I actually was almost in tears because I was so sad for him and what he was experiencing. I was like, and I know, he sits in a 60-degree car in Darwin. Like I know it's what he has to do. But I was just like, oh my God, like you're actually like going to kill him. So yes, that is my confession, which is perfectly into what we're talking about right now. So welcome to the show, Mum.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful daughter,
Good
Principessa,
morning.
Chicken Little, or God forbid, Megs.
I know. If anyone ever calls me Megs in front of her, she like loses her mind. So she's just going to have to get used to it. I think you've resided to the fact that it's just who I am.
Yes, that's right, but I don't have to call you that.
No, you don't. And I love that you've got your favorite driver based off of the fact that he calls me Megan and not Megs.
Yes, Lanky
Yes.
Malcolm well.
Yes. What a champion. I won't tell Ayrton that that's the case because he'll be very sad. He already got
They're all my boys.
I know they are. It's your mama tea for a reason. Well, you're the one that turned him onto his new favorite breakfast, race day breakfast.
Yeah, we'll hope it works for him and he drives well and does well because that's what we want.
Exactly. So it's actually wild to see like the difference that they cater for in the race team. So you like mum made like this chia pudding thing, which is obviously what I eat because I'm obsessed. But he was like, oh, it's not really my thing. I don't really like the taste of it. So, but then he said he was so clear in the head and he drove so well. So now that's what he eats every race weekend because that's what feels good for his brain. So he has some intelligence in that cute little head of his, especially when it comes to racing. Actually, I think it's Lisa's influence on him more than anything. Anyway, we digress. So we're talking about being accountable today. So we're naming Fridays, Follow Through Friday. And I'm excited because I've come up with two things for myself. And I'm going to throw a last hurrah party for myself tonight because, and hear me out, I know I'm justifying. I recognize my behavior. Here in the Gold Coast, my favorite place in the whole wide world to eat is at TGI Fridays. Yeah, I'm
That's right.
making Anthony take me there tonight because I want after tonight, I'm gonna get it all out of my system because I know I'm gonna look, I'm very well aware I'm gonna feel icky tomorrow. I have Crohn's disease that literally reacts to things that I eat, and I am still dumb enough to like go and do all these things, but we're improving. We're improving that. So after tonight, okay, and I never start things on a Saturday. I will say I'm always like diet starts Monday, have a blow on the weekend, but it's just not the person I am on the Gold Coast. I feel like health queen of the south. No, what is it? Southeast? No, it's not south. Northeast, west, east,
Just
whatever,
East Coast.
whatever. Oh, God. How did you know that? No offense.
I don't know. Just well, I know it's the east part of the country.
Yeah, the east. It's the East Coast man. So I've got a weekend to do some shopping, and there are beautiful markets here as well. So I'm going to go to markets. I'm going to get some fresh fruit, get all of the fresh things. And yeah, I think it actually helps living with somebody who prioritizes their diet and their physical activity a lot. So it's really, truly about the people you surround yourself with. So when you surround yourself with yourself and your cats who don't judge you for eating shit and laying in bed all day, it's really easy to be not great with your diet. Anyway, so that's my first one, mum. So I'm calling it Juicy July.
Juicy.
Yeah, juicy. So if it doesn't feel juicy, like in terms of investing I'm like trying not to say just like money because I know it's all energy. So it's like if it's not an investment in my future self, then it's not it. So I'm talking like, and I just don't want this to be like I'm on a budget. It's not that at all. It's purely just even if I spend $1,000, but it was for literally my future self, it was going to make a difference. Like it's the best $1,000 you can spend. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you. Do you know how much my bag weighed?
I heard 25 kilos. I went, no. Good job.
I know. What? Anyway, sorry, see, I'm growing.
But I really like that mindset though, Juicy July and investing in because it's not like you're going without, you're actually going within. So not like dry July where you're going without something. You're juicy and you're investing in. So cool. That works with the brain. And that's your dopamine hit's gonna love that.
Right? I know. So you have to get something that your brain's going to get on board. And if I can, and I know, like, because it's just the way my brain works, I can be like, oh God, like I am not buying the things, but it means that I'm going to have this money to then spend on this, and I'm going to feel really good tomorrow. Like it's something I can get behind. Yes. So that's the first one.
Alrighty.
Juicy
Excellent.
July. Now, as I said, I'm going to have an absolute time of my life at TGI Fridays tonight, and I'm going to eat my chicken strips and my mozzarella sticks, and then I'm going to go to Yochi, and I'm going to eat my cookie dough yogurt, and then hate myself for the night, but that's okay. And then tomorrow, I am going to go shopping down to the markets and do what the Gold Coasters do. So that's the
Excellent.
first one. So my second one, which you already know, is my singing adventures.
So I guess it might be good to put some background around where this came about and how
Mhm.
this came about, because there might have been people that didn't hear the first week or second week and haven't got to know you as well as I know you. And listening to you and loving you as I do, could hear all these ideas popping into your little darling brain. They were going pop, pop, pop. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do something else. And there's my beautiful daughter with her little bowerbird mentality. One thing goes in, and then before that's even out, another thing's popped in. Oh, let's grab that. So, and I was thinking about a week later, I'm going, what has Megan done with those things that she said that she was going to do? And I went, oh, no, they've fallen out your brain, as you will quite often say, it just falls out. And that's like, so I thought, how can I lovingly remind you without shaming you or putting pressure on you? So that's where the follow up Friday came kind of into real, because I know that your intention of the show is about being accountable, about helping people and empowering people, helping people to grow, helping people to feel good about themselves. So I guess the buck really kind of has to stop at you because they let's start with you. So yeah. So I guess, that's where the follow up Friday came from, with no intention of me being your accountability partner, by the way. That was something you threw in.
You know,
But it's a real thing. This stuff that happens, and you're not the only one. Some people call it chronic idea jumping, it's impulsivity. Um, Hamish Blake calls it fast and loose. Like that's just the way he rides. And yeah, so, but it can be linked to things like ADHD, anxiety, executive functioning. It's a real thing. Like it's not just something that, you decide that you're going to do is have 97 ideas come in and not follow through on one of them because the next one's already there before the first one's out. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So that's exactly where this came from. And see, notice how I'd already like had that conversation with the listeners in my head, and I was already way ahead of telling you my goals because I was like, well, they know. And this actually, now that I think about it, has always been a thing in my career where I've always been like, I assume people can run as fast as I do, and I'm like, yeah, they'll get it like that. And I have been told so many times, like you need to come back here and step back here. I'm like, oh, that's boring back there. I don't do that. So, so yes, and it was lovingly, but then I think it was like, I don't know, during the week sometimes she's like, you like, well, have you like followed up any of it? Like, have you booked in a sing lesson? And I was like, no, fine, do that part. So, which I also, to be fair, still haven't done that, but I am going to make some time to do that this weekend because yeah, this is going to be a fun little reset weekend for me to be able to invest the time into, yeah, creating that for myself.
So I thought it might be useful. Let's do some measurable steps
Hmm.
for you. So give
Yeah.
you some tools and the listeners, because as I said, you're not the only person that does this. And it's becoming a more and more of a thing. And I think as quicker as we're getting technology and things coming into our brain, like we've only got a certain capacity. Let's keep it simple, Sam, as they say, the KISS theory. And I guess the one that I like to work with is called a SMART goal theory. So it needs to be specific, it needs to be measurable, it needs to be achievable, and it needs to be relevant and timely. Otherwise, you'll get bored with it and you've got no direction and you'll go off on the next thing that pops into your head. So, are you ready? Do you want to go through this?
Yep.
Are
Let's do
you
it.
good? All right. So, let's focus on what you want most. All right. So, I guess people that have lots of ideas can struggle with prioritizing. So, out of all the things that you mentioned, so you've decided singing.
Yeah.
Singing is your thing. So, that feels most fun for you right now.
Yes. 100%.
Excellent. So, this narrows the field and it makes it specific for you, the singing. So, get that singing. So, to make start, what would be a positive and achievable first step?
I need to Google singing coaches that are online because I'm not in the same, like one place for very long these
Right.
days.
So, when will you do that?
I'm going to do that tomorrow.
All right. So, have your calendar in front of you?
Yes. Oh, we're getting to it.
Let's pop that in tomorrow because we love a list.
We do love a list. That's true.
We love a list.
All right. I'm going to pop that in. 9 till 10, find a singing coach.
Perfect. Right. So, your mindset is probably thinking just learn the thing. That's what you're going to do is learn it. And realistically, there needs to be an action. So the first step would be booking that lesson. So then now that's achievable because you
Yeah.
can do that tomorrow between
Mhm.
9 and 10. So let's look at what might block that action. So we've done the specific, you've got the day, it's measurable when you're going to do it, and then it's achievable because it's in a timeline. So what might block that action? Why
I could forget.
could forget.
I Yeah, because if I'm doing stuff tomorrow, or I'll be like classic me, and I'll be like, you know what, I'll do that tomorrow. That's fine.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah. All right. So why do you want to do it?
it is.
Why is really important?
It's just like the most fun and like the vibiest I ever feel. Like if you ever see me driving anywhere, like I am screaming at the top of my lungs, like singing away. And I just feel like it just feels really, really good. I've always loved it. So I think it's fun because like I don't really have any hobbies outside of like working. So I think that's the other thing I wanted to make sure that I had something that was just for me that's like outside of achieving something for work.
So do you think that you're more excited about imagining it than actually doing it?
100%. It's like seems so fun.
So you're going to make it relevant. What's it relevant to for you to learn singing?
Well, I feel like if I yeah, well, I think I really wanted to do something again that's out like that's a hobby that and I don't even think since I was a kid I've done something with like an end goal in the future. Like everything I've done has been in the moment and I've created everything in the moment and I've gone. So like when I used to play netball or like volleyball or whatever, I would like have to train for a specific thing like in the future. I don't like, or something that I'm working towards. And I just don't recall in my adult life that I have actually done that since. Like I can't think of one thing.
Yeah.
So again, I like the idea of whether I will like it in real life or not. I like the idea of like being able to practice and like do things, and because I work so well under pressure that if I put that pressure on myself, like I know I'll just perform.
So what makes it hard to begin?
I'm like the procrastination queen.
And usually it's not laziness for people with like, and in most cases it's not. It's more, it can be someone that's a perfectionist. Am I going to be good at it? I want to do it perfectly. I want to be able to sing at rock star status after 4 weeks and be on stage and make records and stuff like that. Or it can be overwhelm, or again, as I said, liking the idea more than the actual reality. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you've got to
Yeah.
make it realistic. So
Yeah.
realistically, where do you want to go with this? Is it a fun thing? Is it a goal to sing on stage?
I think it's just for fun. I don't know that. Do you know what? I say that and then I'm like, the idea of like making a
I saw
music,
it in your eyes. You had that pop.
I'm like, I could like write a song because I really want to learn how to play guitar too. So I was like, imagine I could be at a pub, like as an acoustic artist. Like that would be a vibe.
Now let's come back to reality. Let's look at your calendar for the next 4 weeks, and where would you fit that in?
Yep. 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 Yeah.
So, let's go back to our singing lessons, booking the lesson.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Let's do.
finding a thing at first,
Yeah.
because I think once you find one thing and do one thing, you'll then make opportunity for, if you're enjoying it, to make opportunity for more space for other things.
Yeah.
What would help? So, because you need some accountability and some external structure, I feel.
Mhm.
What do you think would help? Would it help if you told me or someone else that what you're committing to and then checking in?
Yeah, I think again, because I just forget because my mind does a bajillion other things. Like even now, I was like, well, I can do it on the weekends, but the next 3 weekends I've got racing, so I won't do it on the weekends. So I think it's about being realistic with my time, but I think keeping myself excited about talking about it is probably the biggest thing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you feel it in your body, it'll become a different thing, but you have to do it to feel it in your body. So
Yeah.
let's get that thing done. So
Yes.
so if you agree that you're gonna check in, so you wanna check in on when?
Well, I like Fridays. I think if we do follow through
On
Friday,
Friday?
that's
Okay.
perfectly fine.
So what happens if we get to Friday and you haven't done it? How's that gonna cause you, what feelings is that gonna, is it gonna give you feelings of guilt? Because we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. I mean, probably knowing my brain, what else will I feel? I think I feel like frustrated as well because like all of the things that I want to do, I feel like takes a back seat to my business and everybody else that needs me. So I'll be frustrated and then I might be a little bit resentful. Yeah, that's how I would feel.
Alright. So, but, often accountability turns intention into action.
Hmm.
You know that you've got to be accountable, not just to me, but to everybody that you're that's listening to you. I think that might be enough that you're at least gonna book that lesson this week.
Yes, I agree.
So next Friday or the Friday after, you can come back and say, "I've done that." Just feel that in your body for a minute. So see that, imagine that, you've booked your lesson.
Yeah. It's like super exciting. Like I'm just making sure that I'm more excited about the fact that I'm doing the thing instead of being excited about the fact that I actually did something that I was going to do. Yeah, no, I think it feels good, I think. And yeah, again, I just think I perform so much better under pressure. So if I've got external pressures and I know I have to say it, then I'll get it done. And I like full disclosure, I know it'll be one of two ways. It'll be like as soon as I do it, because I'm excited, I'm like, let's do it. Or it'll get to, I'm like, shit, I haven't done it. And then I'll do it like beforehand. So just a heads up, like I'm going to work on that.
And
But
it'll be
that's
interesting by Friday or next, whenever we catch up next, to find out which day you actually did it.
No,
Did you do it on Saturday like you've booked it in your diary to do,
I
or
know.
was it Thursday night? So that's something to look at, but let's look at how long you'll give yourself to try it, because let's face it, if you're not gonna enjoy it, it becomes too much. It's not a hobby anymore, it's work, and you're not gonna wanna stick to it.
Yeah.
So what's a good time frame to
I
once
think
you've
a month,
booked?
like 4 weeks.
I think a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there is supposedly a cost of constant switching, but I feel if you're not enjoying it, you're not gonna do it. So you might as well move on to the next. And it is a hobby, remember? Like, you're not saving the world or curing incurable diseases. You're looking at fun. So it's gotta be fun.
Yeah.
So if you decide after 4 weeks that you don't like it, then we move on to something else, because there's a difference between flaky and not caring to following through and being overwhelmed by the possibility, which is you caring a lot and then you're struggling to convert it into action with, yeah. So 4 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. 4 weeks.
So lock it in. You're gonna make the
I'm gonna book
point
the lesson.
or book the lesson, or inquire. Even if you inquire about the lesson, you gotta find out what's available first.
I know. I know. I'm just saying, like, I think this is a really good way to delay gratification for me because, like, I wanna book the lesson and expect that someone's there, like, available instantly to, like, all of a sudden, like, they have to drop everything and teach me now. And it's really frustrating because as soon as I jump off of this, I have to leave. Like, I've got to go somewhere. So I can't, like, as much all I wanna do right now is focus all of my time and attention on but I can't. So I feel like this has put this in the exact perfect place that it needed to be.
So, yeah, so all you have to report back to next Friday is that you've inquired about the lesson. So
Okay.
you don't have to have booked it. You don't have to have done it. You just have to have inquired about what's possible. So you've got some options.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So look, that I can do. And if anyone listening is a singing teacher and wants to reach out to me, that would be also be wonderful.
You can cut out that one step and they just
Yeah, then
contact.
I just cut the middleman out and then that will guarantee. Yes. Yes. No, that feels good. That feels good. I'm excited. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's where goals and things start. And because I think what we see is the end result before we've even started, and it becomes overwhelmed. So we put it off, we put it off, we put it off. But all you have to do is just find someone. That's it. You're done. There's your job.
Yeah. Yeah. So watch like the chronic overachiever in me, like do 72 steps before that. But again, I'm excited to like witness this guilt free because I like even the way that my brain works, sometimes I'm like, where did that come from? Where the hell was that? And I think it's good that I can at least recognize it. Like I already can see it that I could do that.
Excellent. And
Yes.
I can, as I said, I can see you like your little, like a little bowerbird, my darling. You're like, oh, there's a shiny thing. Oh, there's a shiny thing. I mean, bowerbirds look for blue things. You're not quite so color specific, but yeah, same thing. And I say this with love, you know.
I know. I know. If it's pink though, you'll probably sell me. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah. That's it.
Okay, yay, I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you for your
You're
help with this.
welcome.
I'm excited. It's going to be yeah, I think like I'm more excited. Well, I'm excited in three things. I'm excited because I can't wait to see if I leave it all to the last minute and absolutely smash it out in the last second to see whether I can hold on to this excitement for the next like 4 hours until I get back again, till I can action at them. And then also just the feeling of like I want to do something else because it's not giving me the hit that I need right now. So yeah, it'll be interesting. And then yeah, also for Juicy July as well
Yes.
because yeah, I think that's really really important too. And I think like with everything in the news about people like when I was talking about this morning with like loud budgeting and it's less about feeling restricted and more about investing time, energy, funds into something that makes you feel good and pushes you towards a goal or yeah, supports the next version of yourself. So I'm excited for that as well.
Good job. As I said,
Yay.
the brain always is going to um, cling on to want more and investing in rather than quitting or stopping or cutting down or anything like that. So if you can reframe the words, then much more achievable.
Yeah, and more fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love
Fun.
and more
That's what life's about.
more access to dopamine too, I think. So yes, I'm excited. All right. Thank you, my
You're
love.
welcome.
Appreciate it. Love you. Thank
I'd
you.
love See you soon.
Yes, you will. You will. Thanks, Mum.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so, thank you for bearing with me this morning and my tech issues. Now that we've got it all sorted out, I'm going to pray to the universe that this is it now. So this will be me for the next little bit until we go to Townsville on Wednesday, and then we'll sort that situation out when we get there. So GC July as well. I'm gonna create something because I'm such a visual person. And again, if I can like share what I'm doing, I can like share the journey. Yeah, I'm gonna make something. And again, so what I want to do right now, but literally I have to run the second I stop recording. So I'm really pissed off about that. But that's okay. It's fun. Because obviously I'm not gonna be doing anything about it till tomorrow anyway. So tomorrow might be a super fun day where I can get my Juicy July templates, where I can celebrate myself for investing in something that is vibier than, going out and doing things that are not vibey and match where I'm at in my life. No, match where I'm going, where I want to be in my life. That's the most important part. So if you want to join me, again, I'm very well aware that we're July, but the beauty about July is we've actually got like 5 weeks technically. So yeah, even if you wanted to jump on, you still kind of get, like because of the way that the weeks work out, it's sort of more full months. I think it's like the 31st of July is like on like 5 Fridays away. So we're exactly where we need to be. And I know that it takes 66 days to create new neural pathways in your brain to make something become a habit. So yeah, let's think about how the best way we can all be accountable and make it easy for ourselves, make it feel really good and make it really exciting so that instead of the feeling of restriction, it's like the most exciting thing in the whole wide world for what we are doing. That feels good. That feels good. Okay. Like I said, I have to run right now, but I'm going to create all the things when I get back or tomorrow. We'll see. And I hope you have the most fabulous Friday. I hope you're ready for some excitement on the weekend, or you're just doing whatever makes you feel good and you're hanging out with people that make you feel good and doing things that you love. And yeah, it'll be, I say same time, same place. It's been like my automatic sign off, which has been fun. But we're going to be same time, same place for now on Monday. So have the most beautiful weekend. And I will see you, or you will be listening to me all the